Right, hello to anybody. As they come on, I'll be streaming Elden Ring for a bit. Ran out of time today to do some of the stuff I wanted to do regarding videos, so I have to do them tomorrow now. Just going to go to the merchant and buy some more arrows. Just put on the bows and bows. 300 of those, and refill more ones of those. Just fill these up. Right, oops, those. Right, Potent, right, Mike, right, Drunk Ukrainian, right, Alex, right, Yemen, right, Scott. So yeah, I'll just be streaming some Elden Ring tonight. There was a video I wanted to film today, but I ran out of time, so hopefully I'll get time to do it tomorrow. I'm not planning on levelling anything up while I'm here, so I might go to a place I was looking at a bit earlier that I didn't really go very far into because I didn't want to risk losing all my what do you call it, like under souls or whatever you want to call it. Open the store? No, so probably get that from one of the far ends of the corridors, I imagine. I'm just going to see if I can run past these guys, because maybe worth fighting them. Busy, Potent, annoyingly, so one of those days where I didn't get a lot of stuff done I wanted to do. That's why I'm just streaming a game tonight rather than doing a regular stream or whatever. What do you mean by the big boss? This is Metal Gear Solid. Big boss is in Metal Gear, isn't he? Does that go anywhere down here? Or is that just a drop? Looks like there's stuff down there, but maybe I don't get to there from here. Right, Joshua? Maybe I don't get to it from this side then. Maybe I have to go. Right, Rich. Maybe it's this way I'm meant to be going instead. So I've opened these, they're like all shortcuts, but I still don't know which way I'm meant to be going at what sort of time. I'm just gonna plink off these guys because otherwise they'll try and ambush me and be annoying. Not very tough, but so you don't want them dropping down behind you. So one down there. Hello to everybody that's on. When people start an interesting subject on, I'll chat, but at the moment I'm just trying to plink these guys off the getting the 4 kills and good. Is that enough? Down he goes. Big like lobster monster down there, or crayfish, whatever it is. Is there a way over there? Not by the look of it, so I assume I'm just... Unless I'm going downwards, let's try going down that pipe. Can I go anywhere from down there, or do I have to go somewhere else? Put my little lantern on, might help. No, not from down here by the look of it, unless that's an illusionary wall. No. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm alright. I had quite a busy day today, though, so... And those guys trying to sneak up on me. So I guess I'm going this way then. Let's snipe that one before he jumps down on me. Depends on the power of the air rifle, but they're nowhere near as good as 22 long rifle in terms of power. Yeah, I keep stabbing over that one's head. Oh, is that a glowing eye one? That's good. Oh, maybe it wasn't. But anyway, where's the way down? I guess I have to jump from pipe to pipe or something. Probably have to get up there somehow and then across. Well, 12 foot-pounds would be good for hunting small game, and they're dangerous if not used properly, but obviously you wouldn't want to rely on it to stop something attacking you. So there's not an entrance there. I mean, it could be just somewhere completely different, that entrance is, but I checked those walls for illusionary walls earlier. I'll fight one of these guys just if anyone's interested. They're quite tough, but there's not really a very good reward for killing them, so... But most of them... Oh shit, no, so there I go, I'm dead. See, they hit you quite hard. They only give you like 2,000 souls if you kill them, so they're pretty useless to fight. Seem better to run past. It looks like there's a door there I need to somehow open, but how you open that I don't know. Let me see if I can go along that beam that's up there in a minute. Yeah, it depends on the power of an air rifle. There's nothing wrong with an air rifle if you have a powerful enough one, but obviously there's quite a big margin in the quality of air guns and the power of them and everything, so... Checking that I can't backtrack through here somehow and get around that other place. Looks like that might lead somewhere if you open the gate there or whatever. I think this is just back to the outside, this area. Yeah, it would be, so don't want to go this way. Oh shit, didn't Didn't realise he was still waiting for me at the bottom of that ladder. Is there anything here? Because this looks like it'd be the way you'd want to go, but... Yeah, good enough if you've got it then, Stoic Jedi, that's good. And yeah, I know you can get powerful air rifles. The problem is in the UK, because they still, you know, then fall under the actual firearms laws when they're that power. There's no point for most people getting them rather than an actual gun if you've got all the paperwork. Right. Again, it definitely looks like there's other places you can get down here. Do I maybe run up the stairs and then drop down? Can I get on like the previous bit of the staircase here maybe? Ah yeah, there we go, look. Let's do that and I'll fall into my death. Scarab. Guy's still alive, so that's kill him. There we go. Is obviously the way I'm meant to be going then. Is that one of those poison plants hidden behind me? Dead anyway. Yeah, the Remploy NBC suits are good. They definitely feel a better quality material than the standard army ones. Got a tunnel that goes that way. Let's see where this one goes first. Oh, there's a big like plant boss down there. Yeah, I wonder if that's connected to a tunnel I went to earlier. Like I didn't notice that ladder, but it could have been. Oh, cursed frogs, or basilisks, whatever they're actually called. I definitely want to get my better sword out for this. It's not actually a better sword, but it's one I'm more used to using. But, I thought that might have been that Godric guy then, wasn't it? Does not open from the side. Okay, I guess it's a bit I get to later on then. This bit. That's like an illusionary wall. Right, this guy I'll just shoot with the bow a bit first because they're quite tough. He is poisoned at least, right. Don't know how far he chases you, so I've not done this area yet, so is he going back now? So it's quite easy to cheese here because it looks like he attacks you a bit then runs backwards. So poison should get him in a minute. There you go. Oh, 3k XP for that one, so a bit more, but still not very much considering how tough they are. So yeah, tomorrow at least I'm hoping to get the video done on that old British body armour. But like I said, it was a video I planned to do today, then ran out of time, but I should hopefully tomorrow, because I got a couple of things done today, not have to do them later in the week, therefore... Ah, here we go. So does this lead back to that main corridor now? Yes, there we go. Okay, so we can now, I guess, get to those pipes from up here. Yeah, there we go. Right, I'm hoping those imps, or whatever they're called, are too low down, most of them, to attack me. I mean, some of them can attack me, but I imagine the ones lower down can't. Like, these guys up here can obviously jump down if they're on a low level, but they can't jump up. So I'm not getting that bit of loot, whatever he dropped now then. Anything up here, or is it just the wall? Just regular wall. No ladder here. I suppose you can jump down from maybe here to that one. Yeah, there we go. So, oh shit! Oh, that was close. Oh shit! There's a lot of them down here. Oh well, I can at least use that shortcut now. That sounds good, Tony. So now I just go, I guess, straight across here. Those dealt with again. Right, so there's the item that's like an ambush thing, so I need to watch out for that. Rapier does hit these guys a bit harder. I quite like the secondary attack of this. The gross messer, so it's like the falchion but bigger. So on the weapons thing, it's the one that's bigger than the falchion. So quality gross messer plus 25. Let's try and not die on this bit again now. That's so I can get back to my souls there. Right. me see if I can get this guy to come out without knocking me off the edge. There we go. Yeah, Großmesser literally just means big knife in German, yes, but it's basically a sword, not a knife. And part of that was apparently a legality thing. Well, I was saying that the Großmesser in this doesn't look like a real Großmesser, because the handle, yeah, the handle isn't a Großmesser handle. They've got that wrong, it has a tang. The idea of a Großmesser basically is it has a, like a blade that, you know, looks like a knife tanged in blade. I don't know if I'm making sense when I say that. But, essentially means you've got a blade that, is riveted into the handle rather than having a tang that goes all the way back, like on a, say, real sword, if that makes sense. Right, now let's go see what's through that other bit. I guess a place to get down to the bottom level. Ah yeah, so that other bit where I was on this side, I'm now on this side. So I guess I can now jump into that pipe there. And does this open one of the other pipes, I wonder? Let's just check what goes both ways. So I'm imagining this connects to one of those other like locked sewer gates somewhere. I don't know which direction to go in. Not down this way because that's a dead end. Dead end, so I'm going up somewhere. Hello Peach, I didn't, oh yeah, I see you now. Alright, Rajiv as well. Yeah, the Großmesser's pretty interesting, I said, especially the Großmesser, because it basically was like, you know, ye old medieval way of getting around like a sword ban. So, because it was constructed like a knife, even though it was a sword-sized knife, it wasn't actually technically a knife, a sword according to law. So peasantry could own them. But essentially a Großmesser is a falchion that uses a sort of riveted handle. That's really the only difference. But its name just literally means big knife. But you certainly wouldn't want to get attacked by somebody with one. So basically a Großmesser is probably closest to a machete of today, if you think how a machete handle works, you know, the rivets in it. That's basically what a Großmesser is. Obviously you could have different sort of points to the end of the blade to make it better for thrusting and sort of swinging or whatever than the machete. Oh, speaking of him, Rich, there's a channel now on YouTube I didn't know actually had a YouTube channel before, but it's a bloke I've met in real life. Is it Kevin Hicks, his name? He's like a reenactor. And he has his own YouTube channel now where he talks about stuff like falchions and bows and bollock daggers and all that. Which is quite good because he speaks a lot more truth in his videos than somebody like Shad does in his. So that's good. And again, the Archer sort of sidearms one as a falchion as part of that. Even has a Mike style sword in that one where he's built his own falchion from a machete blade put into like a sword tang type thing. It won't drop down there yet in case I can't get back up. That sounds good, Clancy. What level of protection is that vest? The bloke's name is Kevin Hicks, so as in Kevin space Hickks, I believe his name's spelled. Oh, that's a big rat. Is my block not bloody working exactly? Heal, heal, heal. There you go. Now level 4, that's very good. Is that illusionary wall or is that problem? Yeah, it's a problem. Ah, so that tunnel's looped around from somewhere else, okay. Let's jump down here then. Ah, there we go, there's that door. Right, so we've opened a shortcut there then. The reason he pisses people off, Tony, is because he sometimes goes onto other people's videos, like mine or other history things, telling them they're wrong and basically just advertising his video in the description. So basically he does that with archery videos, sword videos, whatever. He basically just does self-advertisement, saying everybody else is wrong in their comments. There's a big jar down there. Backstab box, that's it. Oh, you got COVID, have you, Peach? Do you feel alright? Does it just feel like a cold for you, or have you got any of the worst symptoms? What's a ritual pot? Is that an item or is it like a talisman? It's not a talisman. To go one of these. I can't be too bothered to look at which thing it is, but I'm assuming it's just some sort of item. Yeah, the second time I got it, I just felt like I had a bad cold, but the first time, like I said, it made me really ill in a couple of days. As in, you know, couldn't get out of bed, felt like all my energy had been drained, you know, it felt like really bad flu. Some chest pains and everything else. Right, good, a bonfire, that's always useful. Well, it's probably not called a bonfire in this name, it's called a grace, a site of grace. Might as well get all my bits back up. What in Indiana Jones? You have chosen poorly, or whatever it is, when a Nazi guy drinks it and dies. This place looks a bit rotten. Right, I can summon a thing. Okay, I don't know if this summon will be any good. I don't know what this boss's moveset is, but... let's all the way and heal. done. Quick, quick, quick. Oh, too late. Poisoning? Will that work? It's not poison, it's not loaded as health. Assuming that Mike and... oh no, that guy's killed him regardless. Okay. What's right? Wait. What's the talisman I picked up? Assuming it's a talisman. Raises maximum HP, stamina, and a quick load. Well, that sounds good. Let's swap that one for that then. They've got another Sight of Grace, I might as well rest at that. Right, might as well farm a load of souls now to get to another level, because I'm sure I don't have enough to level up again on just using these, and then so I don't want to waste any souls, so I'll just do that. Can't you buy the proper stab vests on eBay with the fillers in? Because in the UK they're very easy to get the police ones with the fillers still in. But if not, you can probably find stab combined like level 3A Kevlar with a stab vest filler online quite easily. Yeah, getting pre-owned vests isn't that bad, because with stab vests, it's basically, at least in the UK, the police have to have the vest basically, what would you call the word for it, inspected or whatever every 5 years. And most of the time that literally just means they surplus the old vest and just you know, buy new vests in. So essentially all you're doing really is just getting a vest that's never been used other than maybe being worn, but like not, you know, ever been stabbed or like not in bad condition. It's just legally for the protection of the officer. They can't keep them in service for longer than that without an inspection, and because it probably costs almost as much to have it inspected than it does to, you know, just get a new vest. Most police forces in the UK opt to just buy a brand new vest. I don't know what a canary fallout meter is. How does it work? You'll have to explain how it works. Just bear in mind I'm not very good at making stuff. So if it's something like an electronics thing, then no, I can't make it on my own. I've got a lot of proper like Geiger counters and ionization chambers. But what's the actual device though? How does it work? The weirdest fallout detector I've seen is like a thing you shake that's a bit like a lava lamp, and then it, depending on the amount of ionisation in the air, affects the rate that like the beads fall to the top of it, or like the bottom of it, however it works. They're really weird. They like scientifically work, because it's apparently like, you know, as the like liquid inside gets ionised, it affects like the speed that they fall or something. It's still a really weird thing. It's essentially like a nuclear egg timer in a sense, but I don't know if that's the thing you're on about. But they're cool, but I've never seen one for good money, so I've never bothered getting one. But again, they're nowhere near as scientific as, you know, a meter with batteries in and a readout. But they're quite cool for just something that, you know, you'd essentially, I imagine, last forever, that you just shake, you know, put on a table, and then if it starts, you know, you start seeing the stuff inside move around. You know, within like an hour of shaking it, you know, you're in trouble. Yeah, they exist, but like I said, I've never actually seen how they work, other than it being something to do with, you know, like when they start getting ionised, it affects, you know, a bit like static electricity, the stuff inside, and it starts messing with how they move. So I think the idea is if you were these, you get no movement whatsoever. With no movement whatsoever, there's no radiation. You know, and then in certain time periods, the more or faster it starts moving from one direction to the other, the more ionised the air is. I think that's basically the idea how they work. But like I said, I've never owned one, so I've never been able to test it. Okay, so it's like a US issue. You probably just have to find a supplier that in the US sells the stab vests, because I'm sure US cops, I know they're more likely to get shot in the US than stabbed, or maybe it's equally likely, but I'm sure there must be like surplus stab vests in the US, though prison guards have something like that one. Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, Rich. I assume that prison guards would definitely have like some sort of shiv-proof vest that you could get. Right, let's wear some better armour, seeing as it says I can upgrade my armour with this talisman without it getting like too heavy. Right, this is stat-wise better in every way, although this armour doesn't hurt people by rolling into them, but oh well. No, do you know who the guy playing Santa is in Hot Fuzz that shanks Simon Pegg? It's like one of those pointless trivia bits in the film. Because I never realised from the film, but it's one of those things that when you look it up, you can see it. You can definitely see it's him. I'll see if anybody answers me in a minute, you know, before they have a chance to hopefully look it up. Right, if Mike's on, Mike might know this. I know Hot Fuzz isn't his favourite Cornetto film, but he might know if Mike's on, like Peach or Rich. Right, I'll give you about 10 more seconds and then I'll tell you who it is. Right, anyway, it's Peter Jackson, you know, did Lord of the Rings and Brain Dead and all those. Or Dead Alive, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Peter Jackson. Mike said it basically as I was saying it. So you can't really see it's Peter Jackson, because obviously it's him with like a Santa costume on, so his beard and all that isn't very obvious, but yeah. The Santa that stabs him in like that 3-second clip is Peter Jackson. Just the one killer, actually. Yeah, like with not Shaun of the Dead, but Hot Fuzz, Rajiv, they filmed nearly all of that in Wales, and just by coincidence, the place we stayed when we were near there once was the place Simon Pegg and don't know if it was Nick Frost or one of the other people stayed when they were doing some of the filming there, and also in Wales itself, you can see quite a lot of bits from the film. The funniest bit though was the other week when, or not the other week, when we had all those strong winds when the church spires fell off the church, where Tim Messenger gets his head exploded by the you know, falling bit of masonry, like the actual spire that comes down. I don't actually know what game engine this runs on. I'm assuming the one they use for like Dark Souls and everything else. I'd assume. I don't know. Tripped and fell on their own shears. Just terrible accidents. Cheers, Rajiv. Yeah, so actually this is a newer engine then than they used in Dark Souls, because that wouldn't have been Unreal 4, I don't think, for Dark Souls. That would have been too new at the time. That's probably why this one runs a lot better than Dark Souls, if it's actually a new engine, even if all the gameplay feels the same. Just the one killer, actually. That, for some reason, that's one of my favourite lines from the film, Rich, and I don't know why. Yeah. Any luck catching them killers, then? It's just the one killer, actually. It's just the one killer, actually. Brain freeze. Yeah, it's like poetry, it rhymes. It's a mirroring of lines, isn't it? Because it's any luck catching them swans, it's just the one swan actually. Yeah. I think some of my favourite bits in it, though, are just the bits where Timothy Dalton, like, randomly turns up, you know, after, like, when the crimes has happened. I think the best bit's when that house blows up. Again, spoilers if you've not seen Hot Fuzz, but, and then it's Crazy World of Arthur Brown's Fire, when he drives past for, like, 5 seconds, you know. Fire, to destroy all you have done. Yeah, Hot Fuzz was definitely my favourite of all of those Cornetto games. Don't get me wrong, I liked the other two as well. Just Hot Fuzz is by far my favourite. In my soul in a minute. Oh shit. That will do, I've got enough souls now to level up easily. Right, Byron. Break a man's arm, yeah. Should I put another point into Arcane? Yeah, to keep putting points into Arcane for a laugh. I won't be on too much longer because I think it's been about an hour now, isn't it? But we'll just see if that sewer, if there was an additional place from that bonfire. So if I go back to the sewer, which would be around here somewhere, won't it? Is it Forsaken Depths, the one I want? Oh yeah, I think we all do, Dan. Especially because he's got a fucking foul. But yeah, Simoin. That's the bloke that plays Filch, isn't it, in Harry Potter, that bloke. And he's also in Harry Brown, or whatever it is, as the old man that gets, like, killed by the chavs. Who has the Lee Enfield bayonet. Is there anything out here or not? Yeah, I'm alright, Byron. I had some stuff to do today that was a bit annoying that I hadn't planned, so the video I wanted to do today I didn't get a chance to film today, but I'll just do it tomorrow. I kept thinking for some reason, Tony, about that bit about Ukraine, you know. Everybody's packing around here, Ukrainians mums. Especially with, like, M-Laws, 84s, RPG-7s, Javelins. I suppose that's alright, Dan, if you didn't come last. Depends how many people are playing though, doesn't it? If you're doing a tabletop type one and there's loads of teams, not coming last's alright. If it's, I suppose not coming last if there's only 2 teams means you won, but, yeah. BTR, it's the Soviet vehicle and like the Russians use it now, with a load of wheels on it. So like BMPs are the tracked infantry carriers, BTRs are like the wheeled infantry carriers, you know, where they typically have a cannon on top as well. There's also BDRMs or whatever they're called as well. I can't remember the names of all the families of those sort of things, but how do I get then into that main chamber filled with all the stuff that was down there? Were you closer to being the 6th team now or the 4th team? Or don't you want to say? Yeah, this isn't the place I want to be in. Oh no, he's kicking shit out of me. Yeah, I suppose that's not too bad then, is it? That if you're closer to 4th than I suppose the rapier actually does quite good damage this time. Yeah. So I do like this rapier, it's just a shame that the special attack is just this crap thing and you can't seem to change it. Because I'm yet to hit a single enemy of that, even if it does hit them. That's all it's meant to do is like doing this, but pointlessly with a thing that wastes focus points, I don't know. Yeah, well, they're inert rounds, Byron, so you know, like where a round's been fired or doesn't have any propellant in it. So the primer looked intact on them, but they didn't shoot, so I'm assuming it's just like a dummy primer on those. Maybe I need to get back to that room that had the pipe in it. Let's have a look at that. Didn't that one come off? I think they're called like omens, aren't they? Those weird like monsters in this game. I don't know because I don't spend hours looking up the lore of these games. But they always seem to be aggressive, you know, and if you kill them you get XP, so probably worth killing them. So assuming there's not another ladder further down this way, is there? Yes, I don't want to do that as a jump. Oh, shit. I wish that attack didn't miss all the time, because it's quite a good strong attack, that one. Yeah, my hay fever's been quite bad today. Like, I've taken antihistamines, but you know, My hay fever's been bad enough today that, you know, I've had to blow my nose quite a lot, you know, and I've had a bit of itchy eyes. Oh, I forgot about that bastard. Oh, kick ladder. Right, that's a useful shortcut then as well. This is the room that the Omen goes in, so let's jump down to here. I assume it's one of the ways down here I want to go. Maybe one of these leads back into the big room, I don't know. Now we're back here again. No, that's just a place where the ladder goes to the boss. It's in that same tower bit though. So I'm just wondering if there's a way from here to get into that staircase. No, the stairs don't start at this level. It's not that important, but obviously you can get to the bottom floor of that other place because there's enemies down there and you just fall to your death immediately otherwise, so just figuring out really how to get down there. So yeah, that's the ladder I've kicked down now, then the one that gets me there. I wonder if I can just shoot this guy with poison arrows from up here. Yeah, there we go, so I don't have to fight him. Unless he just sits there like that, and I can't do much. He just camps the bottom of the ladder. Oh, is he coming up the ladder? Okay. Down he goes! Come on, climb up your ladder again, mate, so I can knock you down. Because he's not going to bother now as he's stuck. There we go. It's a lot easier when he's stuck at the bottom of a ladder. Yeah, I'd assume so, because 180 would be 180 centimetres height, wouldn't it? I'm assuming the 100 centimetres is shoulder width, is it? Something like that. I didn't necessarily get one in my size when I got one, I just looked for any that were in stock, you know, that were like in a new condition, essentially. That's it, now I'm jumping down onto the pipe again. Right, so I'd assume from here, I don't want to jump down to the very bottom of that pit. So rather than chasing the rat, let's go this way. Or is this just a complete dead end down here? I can't remember. Let's turn that back on. not been here if there's an item though. Okay, so that's that one. Right, this looks like that big room again, but can I somehow jump onto that pipe from here, or will I just fall to my death? Oh, there we go. And I'll deal with these clowns. Unless that's just taking me back to the starting place, because then that's not helped. Yeah, it looks like from here, I'm still too high up. And yeah, I know there's stuff that like reduces your fall damage, but if it's an instant kill fall, then it's not going to help. Yeah, it's more just, is there anywhere here I can jump down to not fall to my death? It's more the thing I'm wondering. Right, shall we risk it on that pipe there? Ah, there we go. Right, so I'm assuming I just jump from pipe to pipe, do I? Unless I'm now stuck here and I'll fall to my death regardless. Let's try it. Ah, there we go. Right. Shoot that ugly lobster in the face. I wonder if he can hit me through here or not. Oh shit, you can't hit me through it. Right. Once I've cleared out this bottom area, I'll go offline. So there's another one over there, so let's do the same thing. Hide in a pipe. Blink him first with poison arrows so he starts just taking regular health damage. It's like that, hitting me through a wall. Poison that. Quickly. It might be better to have my falchion for this guy. Not falchion, grossmancer. Basically, so I can just do my ranged attack if he's like that. Probably wasn't actually any better than the rapier at all, but there you go. Alright, see you, Mike. So is there a lift here? Does that go to like a catacomb place? Actually, it's taking me upwards rather than downwards. Okay. Another place of ghost type things. No, they come back to life. That's not very fair. Okay, so I guess this is a shortcut. Okay, yeah, so I can now get to the bottom by just running down that pit. Oh shit. I'll do what I want you to do. I guess he can't chase me down here. Shoot him in the dick with arrows. For the most part, Stoic Jedi, I'd agree, but bear in mind some of the countries did the thing where they had NVC suits without hoods, and then they had the chemical hood built onto the mask, if that makes sense. It was just a different way of doing it, really. Is there anything else to see there? Ah, illusionary wall, there we go. Another one here. Oh, it's one of those snails that summons enemies. There we go. I'll get rid of them. And I get a talisman for my efforts. So that's what that was for, basically, a little hidden bit. Anything on this balcony, or is this just like a decorative one? Decorative, right. Anything under this lift? Looks like a drop to the death. Okay, right, I'll be off the stream in a moment. I just want to see if there's anything else. Oh, right, there is something else down here. Never mind. Right, I'll still finish the stream now, because like I said, it's been over an hour anyway, so, but yeah, so obviously you just go deeper into this tomb rather than going upwards. Yeah, as I was just saying, some NBC suits don't have hoods with them. They're just like, you know, legs and like torso and arms, and then you have the chemical gloves, the chemical boots, and a mask with a hood on, and then I guess the hood tightens to where the top of the suit is. But yeah, have a good evening, everybody. See you all. Yeah, I'll be online. If I'm not online tomorrow, I'll have the video filmed tomorrow.